Hello guys, good morning. This is Emmanuel Oluwatobi Babalula, and I'm a professional forex trader, and I'm here to share with you what I'm looking out for on board. I really hope that moving forward, I'll be very, very consistent with sharing updates and nudges that's going to help you guys to get better in your trading. All right, so today I'm just going to be talking about gold. And for folks who are just joining, this is a channel where I would come on board, to give you technical knowledge, psychological stuff that would help you transcend from one level of growth to another. And I really hope moving forward, I would, add some salt into this channel. I've ordered so for some, gadgets that would also help me give you guys quality content. So I would just implore you guys to subscribe, share, comment, and like this particular video. So let's get into what we have today. All right. For a while now, gold has been buying. That is, the flow of the river has been to the upside. The price has been, maintaining that steady flow to the upside. So what exactly am I expecting? All right, let's just establish a thought. Just follow through. Now, at this point, this was where, gold turned to bullish. I think this was 23rd of October last year. So we came into this particular guy, and what happened? Price did took out this particular structure inside of this range. Price took out this particular structure inside of this. Why is this structure key for me? This structure is key for me because it was this structure that displayed this particular guy that entered into this level, into this particular level. So this particular high is like the structural leg that needs to be broken. See what happened? Price actually broke above this particular guy. As you can see, the next week, all price had to do was to come into this level for a proper retracement, which price also did here. So ever since this time, price has turned bullish, and we've never seen a reason why price should actually give us that great fall ever since this time. So what exactly am I expecting? First of all, we've established the fact that the flow of river is to the upside. Now, let me say this. We as traders, we get to make these mistakes. So most of the times when we'll see price going to the upside, we just always want to, okay, if price is maintaining a steady flow towards a particular direction, as traders, most of the times, we just like to force market to give us a retracement. Let's say price is buying, we just want to catch the retracement leg. And let's say price is selling, all of us just want to catch the buys. Now, for you to be a consistent trader, consistently profitable trader, one thing you must always do is to, harness what you can see. The trend is your friend. Just flow with that thought. You don't really have to, bother yourself about when will go drop, go should drop to, just stop all those forecasts and focus on what you can see at the moment. So on the monthly time frame, we established the fact that we're bullish, right? We're very, very bullish. Now this is like the next level that okay, I'll be looking to buy from. That's 2447.28. If eventually we do have a retracement, this is like the open close resistance I can do with on the monthly time frame. So let's scale down to the weekly time frame. So as you guys can see on the weekly time frame, we're still very much bullish, right? We're still very much bullish. So what exactly am I expecting? Price also turned bullish here. I remember explaining the thought process with my community guys. We did talk about the buys from this level, and I explained to them why price had to buy from this particular guy. All right. So we had a rejection of this particular level too, of this particular level. And ever since then, price has turned bullish on the weekly time frame. Let's say from this particular point. Let's just be more detailed, this particular point. So we had a rejection of that particular area. And that rejection did cause a breakout inside of this level. So price came into it and we had good buys. All right. So what exactly am I looking out for? So on the weekly time frame, we do have this particular level. All right. So I just like to, refine. So this is like the level I'll be looking out for, swing buys later in the future. All right. So let's just deal with it. This is what this is the weekly. This is the weekly. Sorry, we have let's just put weekly resistance. sorry, weekly support. Weekly support. So if this is our weekly support, don't forget the monthly time frame is falling alongside with this. All right. But I really cannot call this MTF. There is what we call MTF, which is multi-time frame. MTF is if we have like this particular zone and we have multiple areas aligning into that particular place, we call it MTF. So most of the times it just becomes probable. Don't forget on a monthly time frame, we do have an open close support right above here that we can see some bias from, but let's just refine it to the weekly time frame. So we can still, do some sort of refinement on the daily time frame. You will notice that this particular guy, there is a level here we can deal with. All right, let's go to the monthly. Let's see something. All right. So we can actually establish a thought. This is actually an MTF. This is what we call MTF. That means this particular label is valid. So instead of stressing ourselves on okay what to do and what not to do, so all we can do is we can just as well remove this because I don't like to have multiple zones. I like my charts very clean and neat, right? So let's just put this to monthly key level. This is what monthly key level. So this is a key level. There are times that you can actually just approximate it. We have this now. It's not valid. All right, so we do. Let's just stick with this. Now let's go back to the weekly time frame. Let's just put it there. We don't have to over refine. So what exactly am I expecting? Normally, based on the monthly time frame, I would definitely expect price to come into this particular guy for mobiles, right? Because it will make a lot of sense for me if we have a retracement because we have this leg to this leg, this leg to this leg. So I expect that, okay, at least let's have some sort of retracement into this point. But before then, I can actually see something on the weekly time frame that I can deal with. Last week, price actually created this level here. Price did created this level, right? So we do have this particular guy. And yeah, this is what we call the monthly. So this is what we call the weekly resistance. The weekly resistance is also the weekly key level, right? The weekly key level, weekly resistance. So what exactly am I expecting here? Now, I might actually try to, get into a sell from this particular level. Why? Because normally, there are times that when price gives us a continuation move, we're going to see some sort of retracement. So this particular guide can actually sponsor retracement into this level for further buys. So how exactly am I going to engage? If you go to the daily time frame, you will notice that I have to break this down. Price came into this particular guy, dropped, broke structure, come into this particular guy, and also dropped. All right, into this particular guy. So we've been having this. Let's see where price is coming from. I think price is still reacting off this particular key level, but let's just focus on what we can see. So this is weekly resistance. What exactly am I looking out for? I can actually look to take some good sales in here, but I won't just take a good sell in here. For me to actually confirm my sales from this particular level, I need to see a weekly rejection, and upon that weekly rejection, I must see a daily breakout. So what do I mean by daily breakout? Something like price breaking out of a structure. So if I see something like a rejection, a weekly rejection that let's say causes a breakout like this, I'll be looking to short this guy into this particular level. But pay attention, price is actually reacting this particular level, which to be treated with, it should not be treated with levity rather. So what exactly am I looking out for? If I actually want to get into some very good price, I can also wait for a close above this particular guy to just take this particular trade to the upside. So we kind of like have two levels. This particular weekly resistance can actually sponsor price into this particular stuff. But what if this guy did not sponsor price? Let's see what price is doing at the moment. Price is reacting off this particular level as always. Let's go to the 4 hours time frame. Price is still reacting off this particular guy. Let me see if there's a level on the 1 hour. Nothing serious on the 1 hour actually, but on the 4 hours, we can actually see this particular rejection of this particular level again. Let's make it very neat. Let's just put it there into this particular stuff. All right, so we do have this. We do have this. So we do have this rejection. What exactly am I explaining? So this rejection is actually causing, let's see, let's be sure. Yeah, price is rejecting of this particular level. So now what am I expecting on gold? Now at the moment, I can actually cite a rejection, which is making a lot of sense because ever since now, let me explain this thought. Normally, I've explained that this particular guy should sponsor like our regional move later in the future. But pay attention. Ever since my price came into this guy, we've not created a new high. We've actually not created a new high. And a new high should actually be created on gold. Don't forget, based on weekly, we are only looking to edge this particular point because we feel when we have like a spike to the upside, we should see some sort of retracement. But at the other hand, most times when we have massive push like this to the upside, most of the time, price might not even come into the 50% before we see some sort of expansion. So what exactly am I saying here? We have this particular level and we have this rejection. So what am I looking out for? Let's go to the 4 hours if I can see a thought to deal with. On the 4 hours, right? I can actually see a breakout. I can actually see a breakout like this. Yeah. To me, this particular stuff, I can actually play with the buys. So if I want to play with the buys, I just need to mark out the new level that is created on the weekly time frame, which is on the daily time frame, which is this particular guy. That's 2 4. This is 2492.79. Yeah, this can actually sponsor a buy. Let's see if we can, have some sort of retracement. You see, I think 1 hour. Nothing deep. Nothing deep. Price can just come into this guy. So tomorrow, I have this level. This is my first level. I'll be looking to, take some buys. And if I'm taking a buy here, then this would actually be my first level target. First level target. Don't forget, we do have a weekly level we need to pay attention to, right? Because it can displace price to the downside. We can have something like price just comes into this guy and we'll see a drop. But we can't be a prophet. We just need to flow with price action. I really hope this would definitely or probably give us would help us to create a new high. And let's say if after creating a new high, we can look for more shots into this particular level. But what exactly am I looking out for? This particular guy can actually sponsor price to the upside on the 4 hours. We also have other. So we have other levels. We have other levels. We have this. We have this. On the one, we have quite a lot of levels. But the point is, I'll just pay serious attention. We will have this level, this particular level. Price reacted obviously. We have quite a lot of levels. Um, yeah, we have quite a lot of levels to deal with. But this is what I just like to do. I don't like to overcomplicate stuff. I would just anticipate a rejection of this level. So if I see a reason to buy this particular guy, I'm going to buy this particular guy. Definitely, we're going to take this. If you take this, we're going to come into this level. So it's just going to give us something like daily to daily. Because price moves from one level of from one zone to another, from one key level to another. It can be liquidity to liquidity, inducement to inducement, supply to demand, vice versa. So we just like to flow with these thoughts. We're not complicating things. We're not trying to force things. We're just, reacting. We're just reacting. We need to also understand that gold is at all-time high. So you need to be very careful, very, very careful. But if I'm going to anticipate like a swing sales, I would definitely expect a new high to be created. So if a new high is created, I can anticipate, new sales. But of this, we can actually see price just come into this particular guy, and we're gonna see a push to the upside. I think it's a lot of pips, a lot of pips. It's like I don't know, yeah, let's say about 300 pips. So let's see on the 4 hours. Let's just mark out levels we can look out for on the 4 hours. Most times what you can do all the time is you'll put your line chart, try as much as possible. Let me see. All right, all right, all right. Then trust me, based on the daily, I'll just focus on this particular guy. So I just like to, reaction. So once I see my entry pattern inside of this particular guy, I'll look to, buy this into, all of these areas at least to if I'll be looking to sell, probably after taking all of this. But when you have your analysis, you want to pay attention to restrictions. Yeah. So my weekly time frame, I'll just pay attention to this particular level, this guy. There's 2512.20 is the level I'll pay attention to. Is actually an obstacle that can cause price not to get our initial target. But best believe, guys, once we take this out, if we close above this, there is nothing that is going to stop gold from creating a new high. That's just it. Once we get above this, most of the times I just use weekly, key levels to understand how to scale it. So let's say we take this particular guy out. If we take this particular guy out, we're gonna come into this particular stuff, right? To take all of this, this has this liquidity. It's just very basic. So that's just my expectation on good. And for folks who are confused, that which strategy is this guy using? Trust me, just basic support and resistance, Malaysian support and resistance to be specific. Combining it with MTF and other juicy stuff. And if you may ask, do I use liquidity? I pay attention to liquidity, but I've pretty much refined how I view the market. As human, we evolve. So I pretty much refined how I view the market, and I'll approach stuff in a better light and in a more simple way. I think you can connect with me. The link will be in the description box if you want to connect with me on Twitter, on Telegram, on WhatsApp. I'll be looking to engage with you guys. So this is like my thought process. Just mark it out, add it to your trading arsenal, and let's go. And also, I'll be dropping some other videos moving forward. So if you have stayed to the end of this video, thank you so much. God bless you. And please ensure you like, subscribe. Subscribe is very, very important. This is one way to encourage me and also to help the algorithm to take this video to many more folks that would need it. I'll catch up with you guys in the next video. Thank you so much and have a blessed time.